This is the Louvre in Paris, France. It is one of the most famous art galleries in the world, and on the 21st of August 1911, it was the scene of one of the most daring art thefts of all time. That morning, several guards noticed that the gallery's most famous painting, the Mona Lisa, was missing. At the time, they thought there was nothing to worry about. An entire day passed by before they became concerned and finally decided to call the police. When the police arrived, they began their investigation immediately. They were very confident and predicted they would recover the painting that week. They interrogated the museum's staff, asking them where they had been when the painting was stolen, what they had been doing that night, and even whether they had stolen the painting or not. They tried everything. They recreated the scene of the crime and pretended to be the criminal. They even tried the modern technique of dusting for fingerprints. But 1 week later, they had found nothing. Suddenly, though, there was a twist to the story. A mysterious caller rang a local newspaper and admitted stealing several statues from the Louvre 4 years earlier. He explained that his employer, the world-famous art critic Guillaume Apollinaire, had ordered him to steal the artworks. Apollinaire wanted to give them to an up-and-coming young Spanish artist called Pablo Picasso. The police then accused Apollinaire and Picasso of stealing the statues and stealing the Mona Lisa. Apollinaire admitted stealing the statues. He even admitted hating the Louvre, but said he hadn't taken Da Vinci's masterpiece. For 2 years, people reported that they had seen the painting in New York, St. Petersburg, Switzerland, and South America, but in reality, the painting had never actually left Paris. The most famous painting in the world had been taken by this man, Vincenzo Peruggia, an Italian who had lived in Paris for most of his life. He was a house painter and a carpenter, and had worked as a tradesman in the Louvre. While he was working in the museum, he came up with a brilliantly simple plan to steal the Mona Lisa. On the night of the 20th of August 1911, Peruggia stayed overnight in the Louvre, knowing that the museum would be closed the next day. When he woke up, he put on a large white smock, and then, disguised as an artist, he simply took the painting from the wall, put it under his smock, and walked out of the building. There was only one flaw in the plan. The painting was so famous that he couldn't sell it. He kept it in his wardrobe for 2 years before taking the painting to Italy. In Florence, he contacted the famous art dealer Alfredo Geri. Geri said he would pay a lot of money for such a masterpiece. But Geri knew the painting had been stolen, so when Peruggia turned up with the painting, he didn't get money. He received a 1-year prison sentence. Peruggia was put in prison, and the Mona Lisa was returned to France. Since then, people have come up with all kinds of conspiracy theories. Some even said that the painting that Peruggia handed back wasn't the real Mona Lisa, but was a forgery. But one thing is for sure, the Mona Lisa's disappearance made it even more famous than it had been before.